Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, ladies and gentlemen, today is a monumental occasion. It is an incredible event, and I have taken to the road because of it. This is the 40,000 subscribers blowout, and I decided what's a better way to celebrate than to take to the streets and go to good old Hardees and try something from there. So that's how we're celebrating this 40,000 subscribers blowout. So I know it's an interesting setting. I know it's an odd setting, given the lighting and everything. But it gets darker earlier now, and figure why not? Let's try it out. So I hope it's adequate for you. I hope the camera work is adequate too. As you know, we're still trying to cope with the loss of our beloved SD or standard definition camera. Regardless, as a way to cope from this, we got a Steakhouse Thickburger from Hardees, and I hope this will just ease the pain a little bit. So the box is highly decorative. It's from apparently Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Where you can, I don't know, I can't even think of any sort of remark to come up about this thing, but going with a pseudo and industrial militaristic look for the box, I guess. You can get it half pound or a third pound. We got a half pound because bigger is better when it comes to the world of burgers, if it's a good burger. Apparently this Steakhouse Thickburger, it's a thick burger. I don't know if it's like the name, if they're saying it's a thick burger, or if it's just a thick burger. But it comes with a good plethora of toppings on it. It comes with your standard bun. After that, you get some onion strings, you get some cheese, you get some A1 type sauce, you can get some blue cheese too, which is the lie because it's actually white in color, not blue. Bunch of liars. Then you get your standard lettuce and tomato at the bottom, followed by more A1 sauce, and of course you get your half pound Steakhouse Thickburger, to pretend it's two words, not one. Anyways, we're just gonna eat and we're gonna what it tastes like. Okay, so we're trying the Steakhouse Thickburger from Hardees. So going in. So far, so good. Gonna keep eating. I want to really get the whole flavor of this. Personally, if I were in charge of Hardees, I wouldn't call this a thick burger. I'd call it a Steakhouse Big Burger. It'd just be one word, Big Burger, but I think that's too stupid. I don't think it would fly too well. We're going to take one more bite, and then I'll let you know what we taste. Fine, one more bite. Don't like that little thing protruding there. Okay. Steakhouse Thick. I guess it's a thick burger. I guess that's what I called it. What does it taste like? Is it on par with steakhouse quality? I wouldn't necessarily say that. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some steakhouses that are worse than this. There's one place where I got a strip steak, and it was one of the worst pieces of meat I've ever eaten in my life. So, I guess there's some that are worse than. But Hardees isn't too bad of a burger chain. But it's a burger. It's not something you really get from a steakhouse. Anyways, after this naming semantics issue, here's what it tastes like, okay? Now we got a half pound of beef, like a suspected beef, we'll call it. Also, you can get a third pound of it. The meat itself is actually not too bad. A little dry, a little on the dry side, but still not too bad. Okay, the meat itself still pretty tender. Has a little bit of like a char to it. You'll just notice it's a little bit dry, and that, if you really just like your beef, if you don't eat a piece of meat unless it's bleeding, you're not gonna like this. I'm just saying that right now. It's a little dry, yes, but still not too bad otherwise. As for the rest of the things, there's some things that you can taste, and there's some things that you can't taste. Okay. You can taste the grilled onions. The grilled onions do kind of come in with this little bit of like a fried texture. You can taste a little bit, not too potent. You can taste more of the batter on the fried onions, which adds a little bit of a saltiness. You can also definitely taste the A1 sauce, which provides a little bit of a tanginess to it all. The tomato is pretty fresh. That does add a little bit of moisture to the burger itself. Going with some Dr. Pepe. And after that, there's a few things, or really one thing that you really can taste. Yes, you can taste the A1 sauce. Also has a little bit of like a barbecue-ness to it. You might also have to go with the onions. The onions, as I said, add that little bit of saltiness of the batter. The lettuce and tomato kind of, just add kind of moisture to it. So it kind of does make it a little more bearable after the dryness in the meat. The one thing you can't taste, though, is the blue cheese. And surely we can see it there. There's a little line of clouds on this giant sandwich landscape, if you will, to be so beautifully metaphorical and such. But, you can see it there. You can't taste it, unfortunately, and that's the one thing. You can't taste it. Everything else you can taste, and everything else does work, in favor of each other. Yes, the meat might be a little dry, but it has things that'll kind of add moisture to it. You have the saltiness of the onion strings. Then you have the A1 sauce, which will kind of just complement that with its own little tanginess. The one thing, again, though, to reiterate, that you cannot taste is the blue cheese too much. Definitely there. I can see it with my own 2 eyes, and I believe I have 2. 2 as a matter of fact, not 3, 2. You can see it, but you can't really taste it. So that's the one thing there. All right, big sandwich though. I'll give them credit for that. Now price-wise, we got it as a little meal. You can get this as like a little meal combo. Okay, you can get this sandwich, quarter or a third and a half pound. Not a third and a half. I mean a third or half pound. Guess if you really were a smooth-talking individual, you can persuade them to make a third and a half pound burger. I don't know how that would result. But you can get this with some fries and a medium drink as well. All in all, for $10 with tax, $11. So heck, if this is a medium, okay, kind of shocked by that. Pretty big for a medium. I can say that. Plus fries, plus decent sized sandwich. So overall, value isn't too bad, and the sandwich itself is pretty good too. Even though you can't really taste the blue cheese too much, that'll definitely take something off for that. But otherwise, it doesn't taste too bad at all. So out of 10, review, brah. What are you gonna rate this thing? I'm on the edge of my seat now. I need to find out. I just can't go to sleep if I don't know what this rating is. That's fine. Overall, though, I think the value for it's good, and I think the taste is pretty good too. Even if you can't really taste that blue cheese, I think it still tastes pretty good. But it tastes better with the blue cheese, yes. But it still tastes pretty good without it. Out of 10, I'm just going to be giving this a simple 8.1 out of 10. Definitely a little bit above average, since average is 7.5. A little bit above average at an 8.1. The value's decent, but just because, the meat perhaps could be a little less dry, could have a little more moisture to it there. And just because you can't taste that blue cheese. That's the only reason why I deducted it as such. By the way, it's not too bad. 40,000 subscribers, blowout. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This is Running on Empty Food Review. I'm your host, the Report of the Week, and that's all we have for you today. Today we went to Hardees and we tried their Steakhouse Thickburger. Thank you very much for watching. 40,000 subscribers, blowout.